The guardian of chaos, Big Daddy, and I tell it like it is. Coming to you live from the Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling Training Facility here at the Diadamo and Tracy Bail Bond Studio for today's press conference. I want to thank all the fans in attendance. I'd like to thank all the press and media that showed up down here in Paradise Alley. We greatly appreciate it. What we have here today, fans, is the contract signing for the main event for DieselMania IV on September 13th at the Annex Club in New Haven, Connecticut. I'm going to bring out the champion and the challenger this afternoon. We're going to get the contract signing done. We're going to interview both stars. We have some special stipulations, and we're going to revisit the past history between these two grapplers. So fans out there on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all of social media, and don't forget to listen to Mario Chaos and the Kid podcast. But more importantly, let's get on to today's contract signing. Fans, I'd like to introduce first the Paradise Alley Professional Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Showtime Marcel Williams, for the contract signing. Showtime, that's my buddy.
Listen,
Yeah.
what's going on? Long time
I gotta give you the claps.
Water's over.
What's going on? Listen,
what's going on?
when you're live, my friend, you never know what's going to happen here at Paradise Alley. Hey, listen, this could be an episode for Mario Chaos and the Kid.
Yeah, listen, I love the podcast. You're doing a great job. You're talking about Marcel Williams, the champ, and we're just going to get this started.
Well, first off, I want to welcome you to the press conference. I greatly appreciate your time. I know you have a lot going on. There's a lot of organizations trying to get in touch with you. You are the heavyweight champion. Reigning
and defending.
What I want to talk about briefly, because we're short on time, there's a lot of people here. You guys have appearances coming up. I believe both you and Matias will be at the mall after this for some sort of autograph signing, so I'll be there to referee that too. What I want to talk to you about is your history with this opponent. Now listen, it's well documented, Showtime. You've been in the ring with Mick Drake, Richard Holiday, Paul Roma, the legend, Mario Mancini, the owner of Paradise Alley. The list goes on and on. It's a who's who in Paradise Alley and in professional wrestling. And you've come up as a winner in 90% of those matches, hence why you are the two-time reigning and defending heavyweight champion. You've been in the ring with Matias. Tell the fans at this press conference before we get on to the signing and his special stipulations, your thoughts on the #1 contender for September 13th at DieselMania IV.
Well, Matias, he have earned the right to face the PAPW champion at DieselMania IV. But DieselMania IV is a big deal to me. This is the biggest show in Paradise Alley Professional Wrestling. And the last 2 years, I have not been coming out as the winner. And Mick Drake and RJ Rude, they have defeated me at this event. But this event is the event because I have to come in as the champion and walk out as champion. And Matias, you may have won the Rumble in Paradise, but you're not going to beat Showtime Marcel Williams.
Well, so this is what I'm hearing from the champ. You have a different mentality coming into DieselMania IV because you are the reigning and defending champion. Past DieselManias didn't have the luck on your side. This time you walk in as the reigning champion.
I walked in last year, but you know what? The company was against me like they always are, and their second golden boy.
Listen, we're not here to talk about your beefs with Paradise Alley, Showtime. It's the
we're going
press
to talk
conference.
about it. We're going to talk about it. Because I put this company on the map.
I see the smoke coming out of your ears, Showtime. If you got to address Roma and Mancini and DieselMania IV, go ahead, Showtime. It's supposed to be a press conference here.
Big Daddy making the champ mad. The company
I'm feeling the heat,
The
man.
company is afloat because of me. I am the reigning and defending two-time PAPW champion. And y'all fans and all these people out here that's watching this press conference needs to respect that. I know y'all hate me. I know y'all can't stand me being the champion, but it is what it is. I'm the best thing in PAPW. And whether you like it or not, I'm still going to be the best thing in PAPW. And I'm going to walk out still the reigning and defending PAPW champion.
I noticed the way you say reigning, defending, that kind of rolls off the tongue there, champ.
It rolls out. And it's going to keep on rolling out until the day I die.
I will say, champ, you look tremendous.
Great.
With that, you're obviously hitting the gym. You're in great shape. You're
best shape of my life.
Jacked and shredded. With that being said, speaking of ripped, jacked, and shredded,
Who's shredded than me?
I'm going to bring out the #1 contender, the winner of the Rumble in Paradise. You fans, you know he's back. He has returned. Professional wrestling superstar, #1 contender, Matias DiNapoli. Matias! Hey, brother, how are you, man? You look great. Matias, you look fantastic.
Thank you. Champ?
Have a seat, brother.
Champ? No?
You did more claps for him than me when I came in.
Oh, Showtime, this is not about me. I'm impartial here as a part of the front office of Paradise Alley. I am the guardian of chaos, and I tell like this. I don't care about the FCC. They can throw us off the air. I don't care about any of this. We're here at Matias, Showtime, Paradise Alley. I don't care about any of it. Well, I digress. Anyway, Matias, it's great to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. We're here for the contract signing on DieselMania IV. Showtime, you have had your time to speak. I'm going to turn it over to the #1 contender. The winner of Rumble in Paradise. We'll give the fans a quick rundown. The final 4. First off, you eliminated 20 other competitors at Rumble in Paradise to earn this right. The final 4 were members of the Tri-State Kings. Their house, their rules, the House of Pain. I'm just saying, those are the facts, Showtime. I tell it like it is. And the current MLW Tag Team Champion from the Dynasty, MLW star Richard Holiday, with yourself. You guys were the final 4 at Rumble in Paradise.
That's right.
Break down what happened and gave you the #1 contendership that you earned to face this man on September 13th.
You know, Big Daddy, I knew walking into that match that it was going to take everything out of me if I wanted to come out victorious as a #1 contender and earn the opportunity to go to DieselMania IV and fight for that championship. It was going to take everything I had. And let me just tell you, 15 months of being sidelined will boil up enough ambition and fire and create the best kind of chaos, if you will.
Thank you.
You know? So what I do, I reach down inside. I thought of all those days I looked in the mirror and I wish I could be in the ring, but I couldn't. I felt healthy, but I wasn't. That's what got me through that match. That is what helped me become the #1 contender for that there PAPW Heavyweight Championship.
That's well broken down. That's well stated. I could feel the testicular fortitude, if you will, coming from you.
I am a Taurus, by the way.
I can feel the fire, and I can see the smoke coming out of the ears of Showtime Marcel Williams. And fans, this is why. Not only are these 2 men going to be facing off at DieselMania IV on September 13th, they have, as Dusty Rose, the legendary quote, once said, long blood runs between you 2. You have already faced each other a handful of times, 3 or 4 times. The legend, and I'm going to get to both of you, the legendary ladder match involved with the Intercontinental Championship, outside interferences, disqualifications, time limit draws, who's champion, he was champion, you were champion. You guys were in a match that's been documented to go down as one of the best ladder matches in the history of this business, especially here in the legendary hotbed of the Northeast and New England. Go out and see it, fans, on YouTube. Go out and see it on social media, what these 2 men can do. You're looking at the champion, the 2-time champion. The only grappler in Paradise Alley to hold all 3 major titles. You're looking at a superstar on the rise of Matias DiNapoli that's been all over the country. And I believe you're one of the few Uruguayan-born wrestlers in the world of professional wrestling. Am I correct about your ancestry, your background?
To correct you, Big Daddy, I am the only Uruguayan professional wrestler in the world.
Fans, you heard it there. Matias DiNapoli, see, I do my homework, I do my history to the point of the credentials of you two gentlemen and the long blood. I'm going to go to the champion. All right, let me stand down. I wanted to go to the history briefly.
No, wait. Before you say the history, we're going to say the current Matias DiNapoli, okay? You can sit here and make this press conference about the documentary of Matias. Nobody cares. So you want to talk about a real documentary? Let's talk about him being a failure. Let's talk about him failing, being the man around here. Let's talk about that.
We're not here to badmouth people, Showtime.
No, it's not about badmouth. It's a fact. It's a fact. Ever since he lost the Intercontinental Championship in that ladder match, what has he done? He's been a failure. He's been a failure. He's been a failure to himself. He was a failure to Nutrius X because when he got injured, what happened? Nutrius X became the first ever King of Paradise. He became the Intercontinental Champion. There has been success without this man around. The last two DieselManias he has not been at because he's been injured.
Oh, well, that's a legitimate excuse. The man was injured.
It doesn't matter. He's injury prone. That's an excuse. Matias, you need to recognize the fact that you're a failure to yourself and to this company. And September 13th, I'm just going to prove again that you are a failure to yourself and this company once again. That's the documentary of Matias.
Well, I have nothing to say. That I'm impartial here. Showtime, I don't endorse his words. He speaks for himself as the champ. I want to give equal airtime to the challenger, who I respect as much as I respect the champ. DiNapoli, Matias, if you will, your response to the harsh criticism from the champ.
Well, you know, it's funny. It's funny because as much respect as I can have for somebody like Marcel Williams as a competitor, as a champion, it's a different story, my friend. Because a champion should carry himself with some type of class. Respect the guy who he's gonna face at the next event. Because let's say I'm a failure, right? So what happens when you lose at DieselMania IV? Who's the failure then?
I'm going to say this to say that, and then say that to say this. I was trying to talk about the long history. Both of you gentlemen, it's apparent I can feel the tension. And stop kicking me underneath the table.
You didn't do your job.
Every time I'm trying to make a point here or ask Matias a fair question, as the champion, you're stepping out my foot, you're kicking me under the table.
You're making this about Matias.
This is not your press conference, this is the Paradise Alley press conference, champ. Let's get on to business here, because there's special stipulations that I have to talk about here. You got me all flustered here. The fans, relax. Relax. We know it's hot. We've been here a long time. The bottom line is, there's stipulations, fans, coming up DieselMania IV, September 13th, for the Heavyweight Championship. I'm just reading what the paperwork says. You're going to have to look at it.
Please.
There's been a stipulation that was issued and temporarily granted.
Oh, that's the thing you texted me about? That you were gonna...
I tried to give you the heads up.
Later. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Showtime Marcel Williams has filed and been issued, like I said, temporarily, a restraining order against Matias DiNapoli to not come within 50 feet of the champion prior to September 13th, DieselMania IV, or you are automatically disqualified and do not get the #1 contendership or any championship match in the future prior to September 13th.
So, wait, hold on. So, this is what's funny to me, all right? We're talking about, I can't lay my hands on him or come 50 feet within his vicinity, all right? Or I lose any future opportunities. But what happens? What happens when Williams provokes me? What happens, Big Daddy, if he sends his goons, the House of Pain, to come maybe
How dare
try
you?
to soften me up before September 13th? Keyword try. What happens, Big Daddy? What would happen?
The Tri-State Kings are always lurking in the shadows. I'm here impartial, but I'm stating the facts. Matias is bringing this up. It's now brought up in the public. It's now going to be official. There may be a restraining order, maybe filed against the Tri-State Kings.
How dare he raise up the House of Pain? Let's talk about his history. The last time we seen him, he taped somebody's mouth shut and put them in the trunk and sold them. Come on, let's be real.
You did kidnap R.J. Rude and Zane Bernardo and throw them in the
You
trunk
don't
of a
think
car.
I need a restraining order for that? I don't want to be in the trunk.
No. Listen.
That's a valid point, Matias. What's your response
I
to throwing them in the trunk of the car?
I think we're getting off topic here. All right.
I can't be sold.
We're here to sign this contract because we're thinking about the now, the present, and the future, not the past. Okay, the past can be brought up at other times. Right now, what's important is DieselMania IV, September 13th. Listen, I'm gonna whoop that ass. I've been waiting a long time for this. I've been listening to you run your mouth, talking behind my back, all right? Getting restraining orders on me. All right. And you know what? You can get your restraining order because I'm not the one that's going to cause you that championship at September 13th. You want to know? Who's going to cause him the belt? It's going to be him. It's going to be Showtime Marcel Williams. Because we're talking about a guy who's always cheating, who's always playing dirty, who's hiding behind other people and getting them to do the dirty work. Listen, I got no easy way out of this one, Big Daddy. If I want that thing, I got to pin him 1, 2, 3. All right? So come September 13th, you better look yourself in the mirror before our match and decide what's best for Marcel Williams. Because if you keep playing those games that you like to play, it's only going to lead to your downfall. September 13th, you might be the reason why you lose that piece of gold.
With that being said, Showtime, as you ponder what Matias just laid down on you, we talked about the stipulation, we talked about the restraining order, we talked about the long blood between you two. Let's get down to business. I have it right here. This is the contract, fans. There's plenty of time to take photos afterwards. Both gentlemen will be available for private press conference photos, interviews. Let's get this done first, please. Could you stop?
You need to get yourself together.
Fans, it's official. Here's the contract from Mario Mancini, Paul Roma, Big Steve Tracy, and Paul Perez. The front office of Paradise Alley presents DieselMania IV, September 13th on Friday at the Annex Young Men's Association Club, 554 Woodward Avenue, New Haven, Connecticut. The Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling Championship match. Matias, the challenger, against Showtime, Marcel Williams, the champion. Sorry, fans, I have to go through the politics here of the front office, but this is the professional wrestling business. This contract serves as confirmation that the winner of the Rumble in Paradise, Matias, rightfully get a main event championship match on September 13th at DieselMania IV against Showtime Marcel Williams for the Paradise Alley Professional Wrestling Championship. Both champion and challenger can win the championship only by pinfall or submission. There will be countouts and disqualifications, and the championship can't be won by countouts or disqualifications. So there is an easy way out. These are the stipulations. Throw in the protective order. And this is the official contract from the front office that I need you gentlemen to sign here today. Showtime, as the champion, as a courtesy, I'm going to give you the contract first, my friend.
Please.
And I got to tell you, I'm kind of feel the tension here. I'm feeling a little uneasy. There's a little uneasiness going on here, my friend. You gave me your word. You gave me your word. There's legalities involved now.
You know what? Before I sign this, Big Daddy, I'm just going to say this. I walk into this event because we kind of similar with each other. You know what I'm saying? We both got chips on our shoulders. We both walk in here and want to prove something to this company. Because when we had this ladder match, we came in wanting to put this company on the map, didn't we? Is that right?
That's right.
But at the end of the day, this company was made for only two people. And that's Richard Holiday and Matias DiNapoli. Because it didn't matter who was Showtime Marcel Williams. I was just Mr. Williams. But I had to evolve to become Showtime Marcel Williams. And what happened from that? I became the Intercontinental Champion. The best Intercontinental Champion that this company ever had. And then I went on to beat their golden boy, who they built this whole company for, besides you, Richard Holiday.
Those are strong opinions, strong facts. You know they're watching.
So I don't even care. So at the end of the day, September 13th, I'm going to prove, just like I proved in the past, that I am the best thing for this company. And some people say they're the face of the company or they're the it factor of this company. I am the man in this company. And I'm going to continue being the man in this company. And September 13th, you're just going to be a failure. Just like you've always been. And I'm going to walk out still. The man. There we go.
Strong words from the champion, the reigning, defending champion, for all you chump suckers. Showtime Marcel Williams. Thank you, champ. I will shake your hand and thank you for at least being semi-cooperative.
You need to get your foot together.
You're kicking me under the table. The champ. I got to put up with this here at the press conference. I'm going to hand it over now. Matias, I want you to read it over. You're aware of the special stipulation. Sign it. Give your final statement, your rebuttal, if you will, to what Showtime had to say. Here it is, my friend. Check it out. Read it over.
All right. Everything matches up to what you were reading, Big Daddy. Not that I didn't take your word for it. And that is that. Let me tell you something, Marcel. It's going to be a pleasure come September 13th. Because this company may have been against you, but really, let's be real. The company has never been on my side. I've always had my legs cut out from under me, whether it was that ladder match, getting screwed by Tide, whether it was that finals match for the PAPW Championship, getting screwed by Paul Roma. I'm always getting screwed. Come September 13th, I really hope that HOP doesn't come down to the ring, because I plan on that happening. You're not hitting me blindsided. I know what to expect, and I've been watching. I had 15 months to sit on my couch, sidelined by injury, and just watch and take notes, and take more notes, and watch some more, and learn your moves, learn your behavior. I know how you like to move. Williams, let me tell you, September 13th is going to be a great night.
Gentlemen, thank you for basically your final statements here at the press conference for DieselMania IV. It's not official yet. I want to thank Matias. I want to thank the champ for showing up here. I'm the witness. Once I sign this, it's up to you two men. You want to shake hands, you want to touch gloves. Remember about the restraining order. This becomes official. DieselMania IV, September 13th at the Annex Club in New Haven. The main event, Showtime Marcel Williams, the reigning defending champion, against the #1 contender, Matias DiNapoli. Don't you dare miss it. Fans, it's about to become official. The Guardian of Chaos. Fans, there it is. Signed, sealed, and delivered. We'll get the stamp of approval. It's going down. September 13th, DieselMania 4, the main event. Showtime at Matias.
Since I'm a man of my word and man of honor, I'm just going to get up here and shake your hand.
Remember the restraining order.
You don't try anything. You know what I'm saying? I just.
Whoa, wait. Hey guys,
That's what I'm talking about.
Hold on, there's a restraining order.
Take me up, put me in
Let
truck.
go of his hand.
Let go of my hand.
Let go of his hand.
Let go
of his hand. What are you guys? Listen, September 13th, DieselMania 4. There's a restraining order. Come on now. Guys, get somebody in here. Matias, come on, please. Get somebody in here, Tim. We're not done here yet. You guys got to get out of here. Come on.
You know what? Before he calls Mancini and gets something into play, I'm out of here. Thank you for having me.
There's a restraining order. Where's Mancini? Listen, he's leaving. Fans, get him out of here. Guys, get him out of here. Listen, you got to worry about yourself. It's official now. You have the restraining order. What are you doing?
That's why it's 50 feet.
Wait, is there somebody, Showtime, you better get out of here. Is there somebody pulling up out there? I see a little, maybe not. Let me wrap this up here. Fans, we'll be out in a minute. Folks, we're settled down now. We're back. I just want to wrap it up. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Paradise Alley. I want to thank Showtime, Matias, all the fans, the press. Don't miss it. We're only 3 weeks out, less than 3 weeks. September 13th, DieselMania 4, a special 8 p.m. bell time. You're not going to want to miss it. All the stars are going to be there, from Richard Holiday to Paul Roma to Mario Mancini to the House of Pain, Collusion, Zachariah Gibbs. The list goes on and on and on. Bloodsaw, the U.S. champion, Collusion. The main event, Showtime and Matias. Thank you, fans. DieselMania 4.